America, Oregon, where the pine forests stretch endlessly and to hide the road itself, lies a forgotten town, Willow Creek. You won't find it on most maps. There's no highway leading here. A broken gravel road that should have been closed off years ago. Population around 170. No police, no hospital. One rundown store, a gas station, a church, and a school that's been closed for over 20 years. Time seems to have frozen here, sometime in the late 1980s. The people won't meet your eyes, and when you ask about Annie Howell, they go silent. Annie was an ordinary 8-year-old girl, quiet, soft-spoken. She loved to draw and read. One October afternoon in 1989, she stayed behind after school and never came home. 3 days later, her parents were found in the basement of their house, hanging. The official report called it a family tragedy, but everyone knew the truth. Annie didn't die. She just disappeared. And ever since, folks around here don't like it when strangers ask too many questions. Rumor has it she's still here, in the old school building, and she's not alone anymore. My name is Sarah Miller. I'm a journalist and host of the podcast Vanished. I investigate real, unsolved disappearances across the country, and tonight, I'm here in Willow Creek. I brought my recorder, a flashlight, and a complete record of everything that's going to happen tonight. If you're hearing this recording, then I'm already gone, and whatever took Annie has grown stronger. My name is Sarah Miller. I'm 29 years old. I've been working as a journalist for 6 years. 3 of those years I've been running the podcast Vanished. Usually, I investigate cold cases, forgotten, closed, strange, where there's too much silence and too little truth. I don't believe in the supernatural. Never have. Ghosts, curses, all that nonsense, it's just a way to avoid facing real evil. But when I first saw the mention of Willow Creek, something inside clicked. The disappearance of Annie Howell wasn't an ordinary case. No body, no witnesses, no evidence. Yet the case was closed lightning fast. Her parents died, and decades of total silence followed. I started digging. Archives, newspapers, sealed reports. More than half the pages about the case were classified, the rest torn out or blacked out with marker. Names, dates, even the school's address. That convinced me. Someone didn't want Willow Creek remembered. So I came here, without telling a soul. Just GPS, a full tank, and a folder stuffed with clippings, maps, and old photos. The town greeted me with silence. Not a single car, not a child in sight. Even the dogs had disappeared. People watched me from behind curtains, but no one came out. At the store, they served me without a word. When I asked for directions to the school, an elderly woman, the cashier, just put the receipt down without looking up and said, "You'll be gone before sunset." No one lives in the school anymore. It was supposed to be demolished back in 2011, but it still stands. Old, gray, decayed. The doors weren't locked. The locks had simply rusted away. I stood at the entrance for almost an hour, not because I was scared, but because I felt everything inside me resist. Like the building itself was pushing me away, like it was breathing. But I stepped inside anyway. I always go to the end, even if I don't know what's waiting. I brought my recorder, old but reliable, a flashlight, an extra battery pack. In my pocket, a lighter, a knife, and printed blueprints of the building. I knew Annie disappeared somewhere between the art classroom and the basement stairs. By the way, the basement didn't exist on any of the blueprints. It showed up on only one archival photo from 1987. Since then, not a single mention. No map, no report, as if it didn't exist. Locals just call it what's under the school. I'm ready. I'm starting the recording. And if anything goes wrong, everything I say will be heard by the whole world. Annie disappeared alone. I won't. 2243. I'm inside the old Willow Creek school building. It's dark. It smells like rot and damp. The floor creaks under my feet. I hear footsteps upstairs, even though the place has been empty for years. 2247. I'm in the main hallway. The walls are peeling, paint is flaking, the floor is damp. Everything looks like it was abandoned in a hurry. Desks piled with old notebooks, and on the blackboard there's still a note. Test on Friday. I'm heading to the left wing, where the younger kids' classrooms used to be. That's where Annie went to school. Strangely, some things remain untouched. Drawings on the walls cut out by little hands. One caught my attention. It's drawn in pencil, a girl in a blue dress. Her face is blurred as if someone rubbed it with their finger, and next to her a tall black figure. No facial features with long arms. Under the drawing is a caption, "I'm not alone." 22:53. I feel the air getting heavier here. Breathing is harder. A draft passed by, but all the windows are boarded up. In the next classroom, I found a box with personal belongings. A stack of diaries, some drawings. One of them is definitely Annie's. Again, the blue dress. Only now she's standing alone, and behind her the silhouette of the school. Below in black letters it says, "They call me down, 2301. I approach the basement stairs. Except, according to the blueprints, they shouldn't be here. They simply aren't there. The steps start right behind a wall with lockers. Someone broke through and disguised the entrance. But why? Above the doorway is a message, scratched with something sharp. Here go the forgotten. Signed E.H. Annie, I'm going down. It smells like dampness, metal, and something else. Heavy, sweet, like something rotted. There are no windows here, just bare concrete walls, cobwebs everywhere, and silence, but not ordinary silence. It's like a sound someone turned off. 2307. Ahead a room. The door is ajar. Something is written on the wall in chalk, in a child's handwriting. She plays with me in the dark. I step inside. In the middle of the room, an old mirror, covered in dust, but my reflection in it is delayed. I move and it moves just a little, not immediately. I blink and it doesn't blink. Who's there? The recording continues. I heard footsteps. I'm not alone. Against the wall, a small chair. On it, a doll, torn, covered in mold, eyes gouged out. On the floor, a child's footprint, barefoot, leading to the wall. There's no door there, but I feel cold air coming from it. You came, I missed you. It's a child's voice, right beside me, but there's no one in the room. 2311. I have to get out, but I think the door disappeared. It was here, whatever it is, it knows I'm here. 2312. I've lost the way out. The door just disappeared. The walls are smooth, no openings. I'm sitting in a corner, trying not to panic, but I feel something is near. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't make noise, it just watches. The flashlight doesn't work, only the recorder. I'm recording to stay conscious, to remember that I'm real. A sound, it's like, not just scratching, searching. Something is crawling along the wall, whispering, not with words but thoughts. It's crawling inside, into my head, into my spine. I see images. A girl, Annie, sitting in this same room, crying, and next to her a shadow. Not human, tall, bony. Eyes, two thin vertical slits like a snake's. But those are the only things visible in the dark. I hear it standing up, slowly. Like its bones don't bend, they break. The steps aren't on the floor, they are on the walls. It doesn't walk on feet. It crawls vertically upward to the ceiling. And I realize it's not human, it's something ancient. Something that was here before the school, before the town. It doesn't eat, doesn't speak, it just takes. And if you're alone, you become part of it. Like Annie. She didn't leave, she is me now. 2315. Something touched my shoulder, cold like ice, but left a burn. I turned and saw it, almost 2 meters tall. Its body twisted like it was assembled wrong, arms too long. No face, no, there's no face. Only a mouth, wide black like a hole, no lips, too many teeth. And a voice, not a voice even inside my head. They forgot her, but you remember. It knows who I am. It shows me Annie's memories, how she runs down the hallway, how the door closes by itself, how it whispers to her that her parents won't come, that the teachers forgot, that she's down there now. And she believed it because she was alone. And now I'm here. I have to talk. The recorder is the only thing with me. It is coming closer. I feel the air trembling. My whole body hums, like I'm standing next to a generator. I ask, what do you want? The answer, you. 2317. It's afraid of light. I throw the recorder on the floor, smash the battery, and a spark. The light lasts a second, and I see the exit. The door, it's there again. I run. It screams, but not loud inside me, like it's trying to stay. I run to the stairs, not feeling my legs. Up, only up. Noise, walls shaking. The building is crying, but I'm alive. 0104. I left Willow Creek. I recorded everything I saw. And I know one thing, Annie didn't die, she transformed. The school, it's not just a building. It's a living trap. It takes loneliness and makes it eternal. If you're listening to this, don't go back. Never. 0134. I'm driving, don't know where, just away. Away from Willow Creek, from that school, from the maw of that thing. I tried to rationalize, explain, find a clue. But this isn't a story about evidence. It's a story about shadows whispering when you're alone. Annie, she wasn't crazy. She just got too quiet, and it hurt her. Student missing in Clermont County. Sarah Miller. 0140. I can't go back. I think it's a part of me now. I hear creaks even here. The back seat empty, but the rearview mirror is fogged from inside. And something's written there with a finger from the inside. You didn't forget her, so you'll stay. I feel it watching through my eyes. Everything I recorded, it allows. So others will come, so it won't be hungry. I dream of Annie. She's sitting on the floor, looking at me like a mirror. But it's not me. It's the creature in my skin. It copies, it becomes. My hand just moved without me. Wrote in the notebook, "You're next, welcome down. Don't look for Annie. Don't go to Willow Creek." And if you're already hearing the voice, you're too late. It doesn't feed on flesh. It feeds on attention. When you think about it, it grows. And now you're reading this, listening. That means it's in your head. Thank you for coming closer. Now it's not hungry. Now it's your turn to remember.